Hello, this is the 10th hero, I believe, and this hero's name is Jax. Now, I've tried to keep this hero pretty faithful to the original design of Dark Willow, and I think I did a fairly good job with that. The first spell is called Cursed King. I'm sure you know Cursed Crown. Basically, you're going to apply Cursed Crown to yourself instead. But instead of starting, it's going to, in a much larger area, root enemies, which will be important later. The second spell is called Coming Through.
Come on, Jax.
Basically, all this is gonna do is, when pressed, it's gonna up your move speed by a lot. It's also gonna absolutely ruin your turn rate. I'll do it again just so you can see.
Time to get into trouble.
So your turn rate is massively lowered, but you're much faster.
What are we waiting
But
for?
if the animations seem random, I'm pretty sure what's going on with this isn't normally meant to be played as a hero, so it just cycles through like random animations. So like after attack ends, if I press S a couple times, it'll just start changing usually, and then eventually I'll get to, after enough walking around, I'll even get to this, which is for like rigging it to the idol.
Can't stay here.
I forget the word for it, but basically this is just what it's supposed to look like when you're editing it and it's not animated. So yeah, it just cycles through all of its animations. I'm gonna fix that in the far future. But anyway, Coming Through second effect is it replaces your attack with a magic damage that does from 60 at level 1 to 240 at level 4. Just like a magic damage projectile it replaces your attack with.
Let's get moving.
And also in like a 500 area, it attacks enemies on a half-second interval. So if I walk near this guy,
what are we waiting for?
You can see that. Of course, you can also attack while you use it.
Let's see where the road takes us.
Wait. I think I'm... That's about right, but I'll need to do some tweaking. I believe I forgot to do something. But anyway, the third spell is a passive. Shadow Creature. Now, all this is going to do is every 10 seconds, we're going to become untargetable for 1.25 seconds at level 1 to 5 seconds at level 4. So yeah, basically when she turns black she can't be targeted and it's constant. It's disabled by Silver Edge. Not much else you can do about it. You just gotta work on your timing. So Dream Eater,
let's find something to steal.
It's a long one. Basically,
can't stay here.
If someone is rooted on the map, when you use this skill, you'll start attacking them every 0.5 seconds, 0.3 seconds, or 0.1 seconds. It is global, so any rooted enemy, it doesn't matter if it's your root or not. So, for example,
let's get moving.
If I do this and then this, you're gonna see that I'm attacking his mind directly for like 3.5k damage, that is, but whew, that's like the full duration. But another thing you can do with this ultimate, which was intended, is basically you can use Coming Through at the same time. So you, instead of attacking, you're just doing like a lot of magical damage. So, for example, if I root this guy on the other side of the map, let me just give myself some setup time. Alright, kind of fucked that up. In my defense, the route is a bit short and I got confused because these spells needed to switch place. And also I underestimated the Athos range. So this time I'm ready, So you can see, it's basically converted all of my damage into magic. So that's the thing,
My time has come.
So it gets pretty damn strong the later the game goes. You can buy like a bunch of Athoses on your team and just hit everyone.
Come on, Jax.
It's a very root-centric hero. So that's Dreamia.
Time to get into trouble.
As for the Link Titan, this is like, it's gotta be one of my favorites. I know I say that a lot, but this one is really interesting. This one's called let me forgot to give myself some more. This one's called P-chan. It's a P90, a pink P90.
I'm going.
And what this does is basically it disarms you, but it also, when you use it, it fires 6 auto attacks in front of you at any enemies in front of you over a 0.7 second period, and it has a 5-second cooldown. So basically it replaces your auto attack. It hits like all the enemies in front of you, not just one, so it's a sort of splash damage. But it's basically just reworking your attack. It's made by like Dragonlance Staff of Wizardry and Windlace, I believe. So it's like an all stats item for if you want to go into this kind of range.
Mischief awaits.
So completely fix it. Oh yeah. The turn rate is awful on that shit. That's why I was missing. That makes sense. So yeah, that's what that does.
Let's see where the road takes us.
Last would be, I haven't done a tooltip on this one yet. This is
I'm always on the move.
True Terror, and this is gonna be a rough one to demonstrate. Let me. Oh, maybe not actually. So what True Terror is gonna do is basically, any rooted enemy in like 1200 range of you will be stunned for 10 seconds, and it could proc over and over again.
Let's fly.
So basically, if you get under 5% mana and you're rooted,
Let's fly.
and she's on top of you, there's not really much you can do other than your teammate giving you a mango. But anyway, let me show you. Oh, and disarms. So that's 0 mana. So when I root him now, he should be stunned for 10 seconds in theory, plus RNG. Yeah, his animation is frozen and he's stunned for a very long time. Look at that. That's rough, man. That's rough. Cooldown in the spell is very long, just so you can't chain it so much. You only get like 1 root every 30 seconds. But anyway, I think that's pretty much everything. I'm fairly happy with how this turned out. As always, it's not always going to be the final product. Maybe I'll get some inspiration, change some things around, make some things look cooler, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching, and that's Chicks.